Welcome to the 2023 Supply Chain and Logistics Annual Championship Highlights, brought to you by the Sonepar Safety Team. Because this is a very important broadcast, we're coming to you from one of the slickest studios created for Sonepar.
That's right, everyone. Safety Month has arrived at Sonepar, and it's time to thank the players, coaches, and managers who play to win every day, and who are making this year's drive another electrifying year.
Yes. I'm Kevin Whitehead, and I'm here with my colleague, Megan Downing. Megan, let's dive right in. We have many teams vying for the top spot in this year's Safety Month competition, teams trying to dominate in safety. The competition has clearly increased this year. Will it be a newcomer or one of the veteran teams?
Without a doubt, Kevin, it's a competitive field, but I'm not counting all of those who are training really hard to be the best of the best.
The goal is obviously to come through the year injury-free. No injuries, no accidents, no fumble plays, just pure strong performance straight from the playbooks. Can they do it, Megan?
It's a long season and a game of inches, Kevin. The best teams are going to be the teams that stick to their playbooks, run their plays just like they practiced, and never take their teammates or the game for granted.
That's right. Let's take a look at some of the top 6 hazards that can get teams into trouble. First up, forklift operation. For this story, let's go on location to Ryan Basilis.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm here coming to you from the warehouse floor to talk about forklift safety with Marco. Now, Marco, can you tell me what a safe operation looks like?
Sure, Ryan, absolutely. The capacity of the machines is a high important part of it. Knowing the restriction of this machine and all the other machines in this warehouse. A key thing about safety too is the halo rule. We need to know the 6 feet distance around the equipment and make sure you're aware of your surroundings of what's coming at you, especially pedestrians and other machines.
That makes sense. What about eye contact? How important is that?
Extremely important, Ryan. We have to make sure we see what's coming at us, pedestrians and machines that are actually in the facility.
That's great. Now, what about this machine? What's different about this one?
Sure. So this is our order picker. One of the key things that we have to worry about is fall protection. So we use the proper equipment for fall protection, and that's a lanyard and a harness.
Okay, great. Now, can anybody operate this, or is there some training involved?
No, absolutely. You need training. You have to get certified, not only to operate this machine, but all the machines in the warehouse.
Well, there you have it. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's a huge win if teams can get their people into position and lock in. And eye contact. Having eye contact with their team on the field, absolutely critical. Next up, dock protocol.
Oh yeah, things can go so wrong here if teams are out of sync.
For that next story, let's head to the dock with Ryan.
Thanks, Megan. I'm here with Tom on the loading dock to talk dock safety. Tom, what are some of the hazards you might encounter here on the dock each day?
Well, we typically see a couple different hazards that we want to make sure we're paying attention to. One would be that we want to make sure there's no one still on the truck when the truck's ready to leave. That's very important. And also you want to make sure that the truck's clear of debris on the floor. Machines have to be able to come on and off very easily.
And what are some of the regulations or best practices your team must follow?
Well, you know what? Wheel chucks on the trucks are very important. We want to make sure that they're set and the drivers know when they can leave. We also want to make sure that we're paying attention to our red and green lights over here. We want to make sure we can load and when we cannot load.
Wow, sounds like a team effort.
Absolutely.
Well, there you have it. Back to you in the studio.
He is raising the bar.
Yes, he is. But to be on a safety roll, another thing you cannot do is actually roll unsafe. And to show us how you think before you climb, let's go to Lee Jones for the rolling ladder training rules.
Hey, I'm here with Jim. And Jim, with this particular piece of warehouse equipment known as the rolling ladder, what do you need to know to be safe?
There's actually quite a few things you need to know about using a rolling ladder safely. First and foremost is you want to make sure it is safe and you do a visual inspection to make sure that it's in good repair. Second thing you want to do is to make sure that it's locked in place so the ladder can't roll while you're on the ladder. And then lastly, what you want to do is always use the 3 points of contact when climbing up and down the ladder. And that is how you use a rolling ladder safely.
Remember, service first, safety always. Now back to you in the studio.
Great stuff. Okay, just when you think you've got the hard plays committed to memory, you cannot sweat the small stuff and blow the whole game. The simple trip and fall can bring down a valuable player in the blink of an eye. Let's break it down and roll tape, Megan. What do we have here?
Okay, so here we have a player in trouble navigating the field, running into tons of blocking. Not what we want to see, Kevin. See, if you go in with a game plan, create working lanes, your team has a ton of room to move and get the job done. Ooh, there's a lot going on here. forcing our player to do some fancy footwork. Now that's better. Tons of room for optimal maneuvering and performance. Hazards are everywhere. We've got to have situational awareness and your head on a swivel. Here we have a classic case of obstructions on the field. Here comes a team player clearing a path for his teammate. Now that's MVP material. You hate to see talented players getting injured for no reason, and that's inevitable with these broken pallets. There is no substitution for new equipment to keep everyone safe. It's good to know our league is serious about safety and investing in it.
That's right, we're always investing in safety. Okay, we've covered the on-the-field top hazards that can trip a team up, but there's one red flag I want to touch upon, and that's team driver play. There's got to be a seamless delivery in the driver performance as well.
That's right. Let's go back to Ryan with driver Rashawn Jones to talk about driver distraction.
Thanks, Megan. I'm here with Rashawn out here in the yard to talk driver safety. Now, Rashawn, you have a pretty powerful machine here. What are some of the things you need to do to make sure you get home safe each night, avoid all the distractions on the road, and get your job done?
Thanks for the question. 1, it would be vehicle inspection. 2, it would be my 3-point contact in and out of the vehicle. And 3, seatbelt. Safety, it's the law.
And what do you do while you're out making your deliveries to ensure your safety?
Staying focused and avoiding all distractions.
Well, there you have it. Back to you.
It's good stuff, Ryan.
Definitely, Kevin. Well, to wrap up our discussion on Safety Month, we're joined here in the studio by veteran coach Tom Brady to talk about emergency evacuation. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Megan. Good to be here.
Tom, the size of these stadiums are getting bigger every day. How is this impacting the game?
Well, look, these games are being played on increasingly larger fields. And the larger the field, the more we have to go back and train our people in different ways. But whether it's a large field or a small field, it's important to stick to our plan and make sure that our performance increases and we stay at a very safe level.
So Tom, what's in a good emergency evacuation plan?
Yeah, so Kevin, first of all, you have to know your emergency exits, most important. Secondly, during a fire drill, make sure you know where your people are so they can be counted as safe. Yeah. And then thirdly, you are here maps, they should be kept at an eye level. In the game of football, it's about offense, defense, and special teams that wins championships. In the game of safety, it's about preparation, awareness, and communication.
Wow.
Tom, thanks for joining us, and we're wishing Team Cooper a very good year.
Thank you, Megan.
So that's a wrap for us. Let's get back to the action on the field. We're wishing all of our team MVPs a safe and productive year.
Everyone is an MVP in our book, but especially during Safety Month. We want to say, please be safe out there. People are our most valuable asset. I'm Kevin Whitehead.
And I'm Megan Downing.
And remember,
service first, safety always.
Safety first.
Service first. We should write it down.